All right, everyone, welcome to our town hall. Greatly appreciate you joining us. I know that today was not a day that we had intended to hold a town hall, but as promised, when we have new important information, we will always add a town hall as soon as possible. I'll ask that you turn off all video so that we do not have any incoming video. We will also shut off your video if you do not. There was a Zoom bombing incident last week and we do not want to go through that again. So please turn off all video and just watch the slides. Today's town hall will be recorded and it will be closed captioned and posted on our website so that if you miss any of the information or if you didn't quite hear it or you want to hear it again, you will have that opportunity. So because we have so much information to cover today, I have not shut down the chat boxes, which is what I normally do at the beginning. So please do put your questions in the chat box once you have them so that we can capture them. We have a staff person who is capturing all of the Q&A, and we will post Q&A on our website as well. In addition, we will hold additional town halls on September 16th and September 30th, where we will go into additional detail and additional information as we have it. What we have today for all of you is the most recent up-to-date information that we have. Please recognize that USDA has not yet provided anything to MDE beyond the waivers that we will talk about today. So we'll go into the most important information. We'll get you as much as possible today, and in future town halls, we will continue to go into much greater detail. So as we get started, I just want to take a moment to remind you that you are not going to be good to anyone else unless you take a moment to breathe. So while my team and I have been running like maniacs since Monday afternoon when we got these waivers, it's really, really important that we stop and take a moment to breathe. One of my team members sent me this Japanese word the other day, and I thought that it was incredibly important and appropriate to share with all of you. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I'm going to say ganbaru because that's the best I can come up with. A Japanese word that roughly means to slog on tenaciously through tough times. I don't know about you, but that's certainly how I feel through this pandemic. What we're going to talk about today is a lot of information. It is a lot of information, and we know that. We are going to do our very best to get through it and to help you as we can. I'm being told that my internet connection is terrible, and for that, I apologize. All right, I will do my best. I really don't know what else to do. Okay, pandemic EBT. The USDA is considering extensions to the pandemic EBT for the month of September only. It will only be available to a small number of students. In order for us to be able to even possibly extend those benefits to your students, you must fill out the survey. The survey link is here on the screen. We really need you to tell us if you have online learning happening for the entire month of September. Thank you to those who have already completed the survey so that we can gather this information. We literally have 4 days to turn this around and make it work for the USDA. It's really important if you currently have an alternate agreement with another food service site, it's very important that you fill out this survey for that site or forward the link to someone who can complete it by the end of today. A reminder email went out this morning, but if you need assistance, please contact Mindy Grant, and her contact information is on the screen. All right, so here we are. Let's talk about these new nationwide waivers. We have chosen to call this the Extended Summer Food Service Program. So we now have 9 new waivers, which extend the Summer Food Service Program through December of 2020. December of 2020. So for the first time ever, we will be offering the Summer Food Service Program while school is in session. So what is the difference between this extended Summer Food Service Program and the National School Lunch and School Breakfast Program, which is what schools typically do during the school year?
Diane, no one can hear you.
Would one of my team members like to take over? Melanie or Stephanie, are you on? Stephanie, you're
Diane, this is Lynn. You want me to start for you?
That would be great.
Okay. Thank you, everyone. We're going to go through these slides here. And if Stephanie or Melanie, if you want to stop in anytime, feel free to do so. We'll go ahead and get started. Is there a choice between extended SFSP and NSLP/SBP? MDE is equipped to handle both, but sponsors must choose one or the other. You cannot run both extended FSSP and NSLP. Most everyone will serve meals under the extended SFSP. Reasons why: higher reimbursement rate, easier meal pattern, easier counting and claiming. Everyone qualifies, all kids are free. This is a local decision. Consider news headlines if you do not. Decision must be for the rest of the calendar year and must be district-wide. Must assure district students have access to meals in order to be in compliance with state law. And next slide, please. Additional considerations: extended SFSP can provide meals for up to 7 days a week, including holidays. All meals are free to all children age 18 and younger. Uses a count sheet to track meals serviced at point of service. Every current SFSP sponsor can participate. Current NSLP sponsors new to SFSP may participate. Application due October 15, approved retroactive to the first day of school. NSLP, SVP can provide meals for instruction days only. Meals claimed, charged at student eligibility level. Uses rosters, point of service to track meals. Can only serve students enrolled in district. Every current NSLP sponsor can participate. An application due October 15. And the next slide, please. If we could have that slide advanced, please. It's not advancing on my screen. There we go, thank you. For districts that have started NSLP, extended SFSP is effective immediately. Please reimburse credit families for meals served or charged prior to starting the extended SFSP. Must have completed approved SFSP application. New school sponsors will be provided access to the application after Labor Day. Please visit our website right there. You can click on it. Michigan.gov Meetup Eatup will remain live. Therefore, correct site information is critical for public knowledge. And our next slide. For districts that have started NSLP, August FSSP claims, whoops, there we go. I hope we didn't miss a slide there. There we go. August SFSP claims cannot be generated until there is an approved SFSP application. You will zero out August SNP claims and resubmit an SFSP once the application is approved. Claims for September onward until waivers to the end will incur in SFSP with approved SFSP application. And Stephanie Willingham, if you want to take over from here, that would be awesome.
Sure, not a problem. Okay, I want to make sure we are at, let's see. Okay, so what if I did not participate in the summer food service program this past summer? So you have to follow these steps. You have to complete the summer food service program online training, which is posted on the summer food service program website. And you can also reach it at misponsortraining.com. That's the first thing. I want you to also like take a step back for a minute and breathe, because you do have time to do this and set this up. You don't have to rush out and do all of this stuff today. So first complete the training, and then I would like you to train your staff on the summer food service program procedures. Then we would want you to attend the webinar that is happening next Wednesday, September 9th at 2:00 p.m. That is to go over the summer food service program application and some basic information that will help you get started and move forward. If you are a sponsor that has already been in the summer food service program since June, in the traditional summer food service program, not unanticipated school closure, and you already did this training, you do not have to do it again, okay? You don't have to train your staff again on SFSP procedures. You don't have to go online and do the Brighton training again for the summer food service program. But you do have to just make sure that you're set up for summer food and go forward filling out your MEGS Plus application, making those modifications. We need you to complete a 2020 SFSP MEGS Plus application. You will have access to this application no later than next Wednesday, September 9th. So if you try to get into the SFSP application today or tomorrow, even on Friday, you're not going to be able to access it. We wanted to make sure that if there were any issues with the application, that was taken care of, and that you would be able to go in and fill everything out properly. Okay, you also have to submit the application by October 15th. Sorry about that. You do have to fill that out earlier if you will need to have an August claim generated, and we'll talk more about that in just a few minutes. So I think Diane was taking over on this next slide.
All right, thank you. Okay. Can we hear? All right. No. Trying again. Can everybody hear me now? Would one of my team members text me if you can hear me now?
I can hear you, Diane.
Yeah.
Oh, fabulous. Okay. Done with the technical issues for today. On to the summer food service application and basic info webinar Thank you everyone for being patient with us. We will hold a webinar next week to walk you through filling out that summer food service application. If you are one of those sponsors who have never done this before, you're not sure what to do, we need you to be a part of that webinar. The information is here on the screen. It will go out in an email and you will get lots of reminders to attend. Please do attend that because it will include lots and lots of information for that SFSP application. We will also record it for anyone who is not able to make that date. We will also be holding smaller pre-approval Teams calls, similar to what our analysts did for the back-to-school trainings. Those calls are mandatory for all new sponsors. So please watch your email, watch the SNP news. We will get that information out as soon as we get them scheduled. But we're going to do everything that we can between our online Brighton training and these trainings to make sure that you have your feet under you and you know exactly what is needed in order to run this program. So, what training is required? All new sponsors and any new program staff at the local level are required to be trained. Returning sponsors are required to attend a training once every 3 years. So if you have not been to a training in a while, now is a great time to do that. And as I said, we also have SFSP training that is online. That training is available at mysponsortraining.com. So that's my for Michigan, sponsor training, all one word, .com. This is our online Brighton training. The access code is on the screen, 1234. Once that training is complete, you will enter that date into your summer food service application. This is a newer website, so certain browsers may cause issues. And hopefully you don't have connection issues like I have already had today. The required SFSP course is listed on the screen as well as the 5 lessons. So please do work on getting those done as soon as possible. What about our community sponsors and our community partners? I've had a ton of emails and phone calls since the USDA released their press release on Monday. And one of the questions that I kept getting was, we've never sponsored the summer food service program. That's always been our community parks and rec or a community sponsor of some kind. Current community sponsors can operate meal distribution locations during this time. It's important to remember that schools still have the responsibility by state law to provide lunch, and if over 20% free or reduced, to provide breakfast. School sites will get priority over community-sponsored sites. There cannot be duplicate sites, and we must monitor for that. That is required. However, if a school sponsor just simply cannot make it work and cannot meet the needs of the community sponsor can provide meals in those situations. We have to remember that if you have any current contracts, those must be offered. So if you have a food service management company or you have a vended meal company, you must still honor those contracts. There must also be a written agreement between the school district and the community sponsor if the school district is asking the community sponsor to pick up any meal distribution that is required by them by law. So let me make that crystal clear. There must be a written agreement between the school district and the community sponsor if the school district is specifically asking the community sponsor to pick up any locations that would otherwise be the responsibility of the district under state law. Only new school sponsors will be prioritized as summer food service sponsors due to staff capacity. So we're not going to do new community sponsors at this time simply because our team is running faster than, I should say this train is running faster than our team can keep up at this time. So what do we do now? We know that we have this option. It was effective immediately. How can we serve the kids? For students on site, you can still do classroom, hallway, cafeteria. We still highly recommend pre-ordering and staggering of meal periods. You still must discontinue self-service bars and shared tables and increase your trash collection locations. Everyone must still have a plan for how you keep students with food allergies safe. You must be able to serve those with food allergies, whether they are on-site or off-site. But if they're on-site, you have to make a plan for how you are going to provide meals that keeps them safe wherever it is that they are eating meals. For kids who are off-site, through the hybrid type of program or the totally virtual type of program, complete meals must be provided. Offer versus serve is not available. Multiple days of meals may be provided at one time. Under extended SFSP, you can provide up to 7 days at a time, maximum. If you decide to stay under National School Lunch, School Breakfast, up to 5 days are available, maximum. Under NSLP, again, remember that slide that Lynn covered for me, you can only provide meals on days in which instruction occurs. Extended SFSP, however, can provide meals for weekends and holidays, that type of thing. Weekend meals are allowed for at-risk after-school sponsors, which is part of our CACFP program, which is the Child and Adult Care Food Program, and for summer food service program sponsors. So now both programs can offer meals on the weekends. And we'll talk about how we keep that straight and how we assure that families only get what they need. Parents and guardians may pick up complete meals, and complete meals may also be delivered by bus or mobile route or delivery to homes, whichever you had planned or were ready to do. Remember that we said the summer food service program has an easier meal pattern to follow. So the meal pattern is on the screen. Milk is a requirement. Fruits and vegetables are a requirement, 1 at breakfast, 2 at lunch, a grain or bread, and meat or meat alternate. If you decide to go to the extended summer food service program, this is the meal pattern you will follow. If you decide to stay with National School Lunch, you will have to provide all of those vegetable subgroups. Unless you have a waiver, you will have to follow those 2012 meal patterns, which is only fat-free flavored milk and all whole grain rich products and the higher target sodium, the lower target sodium amount. Okay, all sponsors, no matter what program you decide to run, are expected to provide high quality, nutritious meals to your kids. This is not an opportunity to just go to the worst kind of meals you could possibly imagine. This is not that opportunity. We are still expected to provide high quality, nutritious meals to our kids. For a lot of kids, these are the only meals that they are getting. This is their chance to learn good nutrition and what that means for lifelong healthy eating habits. And I know many of you have heard me preach that before, but it really, really is critical. It's also critical that you are maximizing the use of your commodity entitlement. While our commodity entitlement this year remains the same because it's based on previous numbers, we don't yet know what our future holds for our commodity entitlement. Not using commodity entitlement is like being given a gift card that you never ever use. It's just not okay. So I do need you to maximize your commodity entitlement. Maximize your use of local products. We have a 10 cents a meal state program that is in 5 regions right now. We are lobbying hard to try to get that statewide. You will only be able to get reimbursement if you actually sell Michigan-grown products. So for that particular program, it's Michigan-grown fruits, vegetables, and dried beans. Your local farmers need you to support them. As we are seeing supply chain issues at the national level, we need to be leaning on our local farmers. We also expect you to maintain excellent food safety, no matter where you are serving the meals. If they are going home, we must maintain proper time and temperature controls. If they are on site, we must maintain proper cleaning and sanitation. So you are still required to get your 2 health inspections and work closely with your health department, not only for COVID response, but to assure that we are maintaining maximum food safety. And then finally, all sponsors are expected to maximize program integrity. This is making sure that you have a written plan as to how you are going to assure that this is not the wild, wild west. We're not just handing out meals willy-nilly to anybody who shows up wanting a meal. We are actually assuring that meals are going to kids ages 18 and under, and that families are not abusing the program in some way. So have a written plan. Think through what types of controls you can and should be putting into place, and then follow that plan. If you need to adjust it, go back and adjust it. But please do have a program integrity plan in place so that you can follow it. We do have a meal pattern flexibility waiver, which allows us, when there is a shortage in the supply chain, it allows us to serve meals that can still be reimbursed. But let me reiterate, it must be a supply chain disruption in this program. So if you order a product and it never shows up and you don't have anything else in inventory to replace it, then you can provide that meal because your intent was to provide the complete meal. However, that does not give you the ability to just simply not serve a component. You must serve milk with every meal because remember, off-site non-congregate meals, offer versus serve, is not available. On-site, you can use offer versus serve. So the SurveyMonkey link is there. It will be handled on a case-by-case basis. Get a hold of us before you ever serve a meal that's missing a component. That's the best way to handle it. On the National School Lunch side, approvals for the K-8 meal pattern and the 2012 meal pattern waivers will continue because we need and want to be ready to switch to NSLP at the drop of a hat if USDA tells us we have to. So I apologize for going back to an earlier slide, but because I didn't cover it, I feel like I need to say it again. USDA's waivers tell us that we can do this through December of 2020 or until the funding runs out. They have not defined for us what that means. They have not given us any kind of clue as to what kind of notice we might get. Because of how these waivers rolled out, where we were told on Monday and they were effective on Monday, I need all of you to be prepared to switch to NSLP at the drop of a hat if that's what needs to happen. So continue to fill out those meal pattern requests just in the event that we have to flip back to NSLP, and we will continue to approve them. So some important reminders, and I'm repeating some things because I want to be sure that you get it and you get it very clearly. Offer versus serve is available for congregate meals only. Those are for the kids who are on site. Offer versus serve is not available for any non-congregate meals. The meal pattern waiver is available for the demonstrated interruption in the supply chain only and will be handled on a case-by-case basis. Sponsors will be responsible to monitor all extended SFSP sites per your application agreement. The monitor review must be completed by November 15th of 2020. Normally that must be done in the first 4 weeks of operation. We looked at the timeline, what applications were due, and what all was on your plate, and we made the decision that we just couldn't do that to you. So we've made the collective decision that we will make those due November 15th of 2020 in order to give you human time to get it done. Monitoring will be covered in the online training. In the webinar next week, we will tell you how to do that. Just know that you have to get it done. And again, every sponsor must have that program integrity plan that outlines your policies and procedures to assure program integrity. What will you do if a family pulls up to get meals, they pop their trunk and they have meals from 3 other school districts in their trunk? How will you handle that? What will you do? Those are the types of things you need to think through. Home delivered meals are allowable in extended SFSP. You may deliver to homes or you can use bus routes if you wish. This is not a requirement. It may be something you wait a couple of weeks to get started. That's perfectly okay. Remember, we said at the very beginning, we need to remember to breathe. But if you are ready and you want to do so, you can do that. In order to do that, you must develop a method to notify households that meals are available to all children who request them. You must develop a method for households to provide consent to initiate that meal delivery. And households must have a way of notifying you of medical or other special dietary needs, because again, we must accommodate those special dietary needs. So if you would like to do so, it is very possible to do that. What is the difference between a bus and a mobile route in the summer food service program? On a bus route, each home is a delivery point. Meals can be delivered by a delivery service or hand delivered by you or volunteers. And each bus route will have its own meal count form. Whereas a mobile route, which some community sponsors operate for us, each stop is a site in the mobile route. They serve or distribute meals according to approved meal service times, meaning they go to a specific stop, they stay there for a specific amount of time, and then they move on to the next stop. Each site or each stop requires its own meal count form. So you can see where one might be easier than another, but they definitely have different requirements, so you will have to think through what's going to best meet your needs if you decide that you want to do that. The extended to fill out the extended SFSP MEGS Plus application, you will need to participate in the webinar next week. Specific information will be shared on how to fill out the site pages for each meal service type. We will have time to answer your questions, so please know that you can ask and get your questions answered. Here's a really critical thing. If you need an August claim generated because you were serving meals in August under SFSP or National School Lunch, if under National School Lunch, and you need an SFSP claim generated for August, once you submit the SFSP application, you must email us at mde-sfsp@michigan.gov so we can prioritize your application. Otherwise, we're just simply not going to know to look for it. We are expecting to get between 500 and 600 new applications that we've never had in this program before. So yours could get buried, and we don't want that to happen. We don't want you to miss a claim. So we're going to open up the SFSP application, have you get it turned in, and then send us an email so we can prioritize it if you need an August claim generated. If you don't, if you're not going to claim in this program until September, don't worry about it. Just submit your application and we will get to it as we possibly can. Any questions that you have, you can also email that SFSP inbox, mde-sfsp@michigan.gov, and we will get answers to you as soon as we possibly have them. So you know the SFSP reimbursement rates are higher than the National School Lunch Program. Those reimbursement rates are listed on the screen. There used to be a separation of administrative and operating rates in the SFSP. That has been eliminated. It is now a single combined reimbursement rate. So you will see this. If you are rural or self-prep, you can see what your reimbursement rate will be. All others, if you're food service management company or vended meals, then you can see what yours will be as well. Okay, administrative reviews. I'm sure some of you who were participating in summer food are saying, what's going to happen with my administrative reviews? I can guarantee you that my team, the first thing they thought of is, how in the world are we going to get this done? My team will be concentrating on approving applications first, and then we will go back to conducting administrative reviews. We just simply don't have the capacity to continue to do it all. So if we were in the middle of your review, or if you had not heard from us yet regarding findings or closeout letters, those will be delayed until we can get these applications done. And then we'll get back to them and we will get back with you. I appreciate your patience and your understanding as we try to work through all of this additional work that needs to happen to make this happen for the kids. I know that we have a number of business managers on the phone who were interested in how do we code this work on our books. We do not yet have information on how to code the reimbursement claims. As soon as we get that, we will share that with you. However, coding of your expenditures should continue to be coded to the SFSP grant code, which is 858 in your food service fund, which is also known as Fund 25. You are welcome to use the optional 4th digit to separate your extended summer food service meals from your traditional summer food service meals if you would like. It does help if you do that in case some kind of stimulus package or other emergency funding comes along to help with those expenses. If you have the ability to do that extra digit so that you can separate that out, that will be incredibly helpful. If you have any further questions on that, our fiscal monitoring team is here to work with you. You can reach them at mde-fiscal@michigan.gov, or you can call us at 517-241-5380. We do not have anyone physically in the office at that time, but we will get your message and we will get back with you as soon as we possibly can. For procurement and contracts under extended SFSP, our contract team has received many questions related to pricing changes and or meal service changes. When we created those contracts, who would have guessed we'd be where we are today, right? So we are working on consolidating all of those questions and answers for you, and we will share those as soon as we possibly can. Be on the lookout on a future town hall to get that information. If you need contract changes and you have not yet worked on those, you need to come to an agreement with your food service management company or your vended meal company on what your contract addendum will look like. And then you need to work with us to make that official. So you can continue to reach us at MDE-FSMC-vended@michigan.gov. That email address is on the screen. Please do let us help you through that process so that we don't have any disruptions in reimbursement down the line because we didn't have contracts in place appropriately. Okay, now here's where it doesn't turn quite so fun. I need everyone to understand that while we can and likely will be serving under extended SFSP, I truly expect the good majority of us to choose extended SFSP. We cannot stop our work on the National School Lunch side of our world. National School Lunch sponsors are expected to continue to pull the direct certification reports and extend eligibility and record that in the Michigan Student Data System. We have to be able to pull those data at any point in time should there be another pandemic EBT program or some other type of issue where we need those data. Those data are used in lots of different federal programs. Title monies, 31A at-risk state monies, our state supplemental monies, etc. So if we're not doing that work, we actually can financially harm our district down the road. So we need to make sure we are continuing to pull direct certification reports and extending eligibility. We must also continue to collect and process free and reduced meal applications for eligible households. So none of that work is going to stop, even though we're not serving meals in that program. But remember, I said that USDA said this will last until funding runs out. And I can't guarantee that they aren't going to send us an email on October 21st saying on October 22nd, we need to start serving NSLP meals. In that case, we don't have time to scramble and get this work done. We also do not want to harm our district financially in any way for other federal programs that need these data. So while you're working on completing a summer food app, we also need to be completing our National School Lunch app and the direct certification and free and reduced meal applications. The direct certification refresh calendar has been updated, and the next update is September 10th. Please remember that the direct certification refresh dates are now located on a separate tab that is labeled direct certification, as you can see on the screen. Really, really important note for anyone who works in our SFSP system or MSDS. Both MSDS and direct certification will be unavailable from Friday, September 11th until Monday, September 28th. SFSP is going through a server migration, and therefore the list and the system will not be available to us. So be sure to pull that list September 10th and start working on it again. Keep going so that you are ready to go Monday, September 8th. We have updated information on our free and reduced price school meals application website, which is located on our MDE School Nutrition Programs website under resources. You can find everything to do with the free and reduced price school meals application there. It's also important, if you are a CEP district and you don't collect free and reduced applications, that you continue to collect your CEP household information report. That report, again, provides those data that are needed for those other federal and state programs. If you need translated reports in Spanish, Arabic, or Bengali, then you need to send an email to us, mde-schoolnutrition@michigan.gov, and we will email those translated reports to you. We are not able to post them on our website because we are not able to make them ADA compliant. So remember, you must fill out your 2021 S&P MEGS Plus application. That is due by October 1st. Any RCCIs, those are residential child care institutions, or special milk program only sponsors, or sponsors that opt to continue in the National School Lunch Program, should submit that as soon as possible and not wait until October 1st. The deadline to elect the Community Eligibility Provision, or CEP, for this next school year has passed. But we are working on reviewing the data for those sponsors that did go in and save that sponsor information page, and we will get that done and notify you as soon as possible in the event that we are required to flip to National School Lunch Program on a dime. All right, CACFP at-risk after-school suppers. These are the suppers that would typically happen for kids who stayed late at school, right? Usually, that program is not available alongside of the summer food service program. Because if you think about it, these programs were not developed for pandemic times. And who would ever have guessed that we would have extended SFSP through the school year? So we have made the decision that we will allow qualifying ARAS sponsors to provide supper and a snack. So breakfast and lunch would be provided under the Extended Summer Food Service Program. And for those qualifying sponsors, you can then add a supper and a snack if you wish. If you want to do that, you must remember that enrichment is required. That is a waiver that we submitted and it has been denied. USDA is not allowing enrichment to be waived. Now, enrichment can be virtual. You could do online homework help, or you could provide written packet of information or coloring pages or nutrition education with the meals that go home. Students don't have to participate in the enrichment, but sponsors must offer the enrichment. You will also follow the CACFP meal pattern for the supper and the snack, just like you would during a normal school year. Any new school district sponsors, if you qualify for at-risk after school, but you've never participated, you can contact the CACFP team in order to become a new at-risk after school sponsor. For community sponsors, we are not going to work on new community sponsors at this time. We're going to prioritize getting the new school sponsors in simply because of staff capacity. We'll get back to you down the line if we have the chance to add new community sponsors later. Okay, so mark your calendars. Here are the most important things to remember with these changes. CACFP applications for preschoolers and or at-risk after school are due September 30th in MEGS Plus. National School Lunch, School Breakfast applications for all school sponsors, no matter how you are feeding kids this fall, all school sponsors must complete that application by October 1st. The extended summer food service application for new school sponsors is due October 15th. For current sponsors, you just need to amend your application. That SFSP monitor review, that otherwise known as the 4-week review, must be completed by November 15th of 2020. So with that, I know that there are tons of questions. There's actually 310 questions in the chat box, and there's no way we're going to get to them all. But let me see if I can pick out a couple of key questions that I can answer right now. Someone says, are we supposed to pick extended? Yes.
I'm sorry, it's Stephanie. I didn't mean to interrupt. I thought I had a silence for a second. I do just want to say before you begin answering a lot of these questions, there are many that pertain specifically to the summer food service program, like the programming side of things. And a lot will be answered when you watch the SFSP training videos and when you attend that webinar next Wednesday. So for those that don't get your questions answered today, many of these will be answered next week or when you watch that video.
Wonderful. Thank you, Stephanie.
Diane, this is Melanie.
I'm seeing a couple of key, yes, Melanie.
I'm sorry. Would it be possible to go back and put up the slide on the P-EBT survey, just so people can see the links, because that's kind of when the audio was kind of crazy, and I want to make sure this is the deadline today. So if your school is 100% virtual for the entire month of September, we need to know that. Otherwise, if USDA approves our plan for P-EBT in September, your students potentially would miss out. So just to reiterate, we need you to answer that today. Thank you.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, Mel. I did put that on the screen. Apparently, I just need to go sit in the McDonald's parking lot to do town hall so that I don't have these internet challenges, because the internet in Bath, Michigan is challenging. All right, so a couple of questions here that I want to make sure that I get to. Someone says, are we supposed to pick extended SFSP or NSLP for the whole remaining school year, or just up until December 2020, and then it goes back to NSLP? That is an excellent question. You must pick either extended SFSP or NSLP, and you must stay there until December of 2020, unless USDA changes the rules again. So if USDA comes to us and says they've run out of money and we must switch to NSLP, then we will do that at whatever date they tell us we have to do that. Or in December, they come along and say, we're going to extend this program through the rest of the school year, then that's what we would do through the rest of the school year. But what we can't have is we can't have someone saying, well, I'm going to do extended SFSP today, and then tomorrow I'm going to do NSLP, and then the next day I go back to extended. That's not possible. We have to stay from now until December, at least, in whichever program we have decided we want to be a part of. Someone says, are we still required to do verification? Yes, you are still required to do direct cert, extended eligibility, verification. All of that work still has to be done. Madeline says, if we ran SFSP in August and are planning to run it at some point in September, we hold off on submitting an August claim. Wendy, can you speak to that?
I can't.
Oh, I just figured it out. Thank you.
Okay.
It does not matter if you are going to switch to SFSP eventually. You will have to zero out your National School Lunch claim and move it to SFSP. But a lot of sponsors have already submitted August school meals claims, and it's okay. We can fix it. So make your choice. It's okay.
Awesome. Thank you, Wendy. I just had it up here. So someone says, do we start serving free meals tomorrow? Yes, you could have started serving free meals on Monday. We are going to approve this to go back to the first day of school. So my kids' school, they started last week Monday, and they were serving meals under NSLP. We are going to go back and approve their summer food application to be last week Monday, so that all of those meals can be at the summer food rate, and then those families can get a credit or refund for those meals that they may have paid. Do we have to use a name roster or just keep track of the count? You need to use a count sheet. Under extended SFSP, you do not need to use a name roster. If you chose to stay with NSLP, you would have to use a name roster. Do we have to serve the community, or can we just serve the kids in school, in person, and virtually? That is a local decision, and that's where I would highly suggest that you work with community sponsors if you decide not to serve the community. Remember to prioritize. You must prioritize the kids who are in your district. And then if you have the capacity and you have the ability to add additional sites or serving for the community, then you go ahead and do that. If you don't, please do work hand in hand with a community sponsor so that we can get to all of those kids who might otherwise get missed. That's our concern. We want to get to all of the kids who might otherwise get missed. This is a great opportunity. I was talking to one food service director who said that she now doesn't have to lay off 50 of her staff. She was getting ready to lay off 50 of her staff. Now she doesn't need to do that. If you have bus drivers who've been laid off or parapros who've been laid off, and your food service needs additional assistance in order to do this, this is a great opportunity to give those folks work, give them an opportunity to contribute, and help make this successful. We were very concerned about food service running in the red this year. This is something that's going to help us try to assure that that doesn't happen. So we are very excited about this change, but it does not come without additional work on everybody's part. So we're really going to need to work together and be patient with us, with each other as we continue to go through this. Someone asks, is this for non-public schools as well? And I want to make sure you hear me very clearly. Yes, this is available for any National School Lunch Program sponsor. Whether you are a public school academy, or a non-public school, you can participate in extended SFSP. We did get the area eligibility waiver, so no longer do you have to be over 50% free or reduced. So this is truly your opportunity to participate in that. Someone asks, does this include special needs students 26 and under? Yes, we can serve special needs students age 26 and under in this type of program. Jennifer says, if kids go back to school, do we switch back to NSLP or stay extended? We will stay extended SFSP until USDA tells us not to. That is our plan. We are going to stay under extended SFSP. And that doesn't matter where the kids are learning. So even if the kids are on site, let's say everything clears up and everybody goes to online instruction, or excuse me, in-person instruction on October 1st, that's okay. We will stay with the extended SFSP program. Blake says, can CACFP providers choose to use SFSP instead? I don't know. Lynn, do you know the answer to that one, or can we get an answer to that one in our Q&As?
Yeah, we can get an answer to that. I want to just maybe if they can contact us and we can contact us individually and maybe get some more information about their question specifically.
If they already are
wonderful.
approved as SFSP, does that make a difference?
I'm sorry, say that again, Bob.
If they're already active in the summer foods program, they were this summer, does that make them not?
Can they stay with CACFP?
Can they stay with summer foods?
I mean, can they stay with summer? Yeah, let's talk about that as a team and let's get that out as guidance for everyone, okay? All right. All right, lots of questions here. I can't get to them all, and we are at nearly 3 o'clock. So I just want to say the recording will be transcribed and posted on our website. The slides will be posted on our website. We are here to help you. We want to help you go through this, but I want you to remember that we can only do as much as we can do. We're not here to save the world, and we don't need to save the world. We just need to work through this a little at a time and do our very best. My good friend Leander always says to me, how do you eat an elephant? You eat it one bite at a time. So do one thing at a time. Think about your kids in your district and then start to extend and go beyond that. Work closely with your community sponsors, work with us, and we will work with you. This is wonderful news for so many who have been needing this relief in administration. For our business managers and our superintendents on the phone, thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting your food service program. Let us know how else we can be helpful to you so that we can make this as easy as possible for everyone. I hope you are all staying safe and doing well. We will capture these Q&As and we will get Q&As posted to the website as soon as possible. Thank you and have a wonderful day.